Samsung is shaking up its interface in ways that could make every interaction feel fresh, sleek, and surprisingly intuitive. Forget what you thought you knew about One UI. This isn't just a tweak. It's a complete rethink of how your device looks and responds. From liquid glass effects to floating menus that seem to hover over your apps, One UI 8.5 could redefine premium Android design. Welcome back, viewers. James here. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Leaked visuals have started to give us a peek behind the curtain, and honestly, the glass-like overlays on app icons are stunning. The icons now reflect light subtly, giving a sense of depth that feels almost tangible. It's not just cosmetic. This approach makes icons easier to distinguish and interact with, and it hints at a level of polish Samsung rarely shows in early builds. The quick settings panel, in particular, is getting a radical redesign. Frosted glass effects, thin outlines, and transparent cards make toggles feel lighter and less cluttered. And some hints suggest Samsung aiming for an experience similar to iOS 26, but with its own twist. One of the most noticeable changes is in the bottom menu bars. Instead of the chunky, crowded menus of the past, One UI 8.5 introduces floating, compact menus that make everything easier to reach with one hand. Apps like Phone, Gallery, and Settings are already showing this cleaner look in internal builds. And it's not just about looks, it improves usability dramatically. Even widgets are catching the glass effect, adding subtle transparency that blends elegantly with the background without losing readability. Samsung isn't stopping there. Priority notifications are being reimagined to pop visually at the top of your feed, glowing softly to highlight urgent messages. It's a small tweak with a surprisingly large impact on productivity. You'll never miss a critical alert again. Meanwhile, the adaptive clock is evolving in ways that feel almost futuristic. It can now interact with any object in a photo, meaning your time display can dynamically react to your environment, not just faces or pets. Despite the polish, there are still challenges. Transparency can be tricky. Too much and text becomes hard to read. Too little and the effect loses its magic. Samsung's internal testing shows they're aware of this, fine-tuning opacity levels, reflections, and layering to hit that perfect balance. And if these early leaks are any indication, the overall design is not just incremental, it's a leap. From frosted dialogue windows to reimagined menu cards, the entire interface feels lighter, more cohesive, and intuitively designed. For those worried about aesthetics versus functionality, One UI 8.5 appears to strike a balance. The interface doesn't just look premium, it behaves that way, making multitasking feel fluid. Small animations and subtle shadows give a sense of depth, creating a layered visual hierarchy that makes navigation feel natural. Samsung is clearly investing in making the software feel alive without overwhelming users with gimmicks. Looking at the timeline, we can expect the beta program to kick off in November, with an official rollout likely in January or February 2026. By then, the glass effect will probably extend to even more parts of the interface, from expanded menus to pop-up notifications, and maybe even live wallpapers reacting subtly to background lighting. The level of polish here suggests that Samsung is thinking not just about immediate appeal, but also about creating a long-lasting, elegant design language that could set a standard for years. So, the big question is, are you ready for a phone interface that's more than just functional, one that feels alive, reflective, and surprisingly intelligent? Could One UI 8.5's liquid glass UI finally put Samsung on a new design pedestal, rivaling even Apple's polish aesthetics? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this radical redesign. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe for the latest leaks, and share this video with anyone who loves cutting-edge tech. Peace out and see you in the next one.